the hell are those precision pipeline trucks, man? What is that? Whatever they're hauling thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons of shit up here all summer, every day, every single day, all day long. Hundreds of trucks, thousands of gallons of whatever they're taking up there. And what the hell? Precision pipeline. Well, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the House That Never Sleeps, and welcome back to another video. I've been kind of taking it easy and taking off a lot of time. Lost 65 pounds or so since my wife left, but I needed to lose some weight, so that's okay. Today I'm going to show you an instrument that's at least 200 years old. It's at least 200 years old. This instrument been around all of my life, man. And even before my life. I'm not going to fix anything today. I am going to put a battery in my guitar. Maybe we'll do that. I got some inlays laid out here. 5mm dot inlays I've been putting in the guitar. I've got a nut right here I made for my guitar, which I got to get together because we're going to have a jam session pretty soon, me and my cousin and his daughter. But today I want to show you, get on with the video production. Life goes on, man. I lost my mom. I lost my daughter. I've lost my wife now. She left 8 months ago. At the time of the making of this video, it's been a little bit over 8 months. So, lost a hell of a lot. And life ain't the same. A lot of you guys don't realize what it's like to go through those changes, man. To have to deal with them and live with them every day. I got Cue Ball here. She's right there. She's about ready to jump up in that chair. Me and Cue Ball's all that's left here. Life goes on. Anyway, I want to show you this old instrument right here. It's at least, I know, at least 200 years old. I'm going to tell you about it. This instrument right here in this case, the case is probably 200 years old, is older than most of your parents are. Maybe older than your grandparents. It's old city. Old fucking instrument, man. Been here a long time on this planet. And I'm going to show it to you if you hang around. I'm going to show you some other old things. This instrument right here, there's a picture somewhere in our family of my grandmother. Her name was Bessie. Bess. They called her Bess. Her name was Bessie. There's a picture of her in existence holding this banjo. It was strung up. It had the head on it. Had everything. It was playable. It looked like it was playable in the picture. That picture was probably taken in the 50s, maybe 40s even. I don't know whatever happened to the picture. She died, oh God, 40 years ago probably. And, the hoarders moved in and took all of her shit. Before her body even got cold, they was in there getting all of her shit. And they stopped by my house one day. I'm not going to mention any names here. But they stopped by my house. Had a whole truckload of shit, man. A whole truckload of shit. Belonged to my grandmother. They was cleaning her house out, going through all of her stuff. Her pictures and everything that she owned. And they had this old radio in the back of the truck. It was the first thing I seen when I walked out there and looked at the truck. I saw this old radio and I remembered it. We used to listen to the Grand Ole Opry on it every Saturday night. My cousin, one of my first cousins, his name's David. David, if you see this, you'll remember the radio. David walked from our farm to a little town called Camden, and he bought this radio from a store called Dana B. Martin store. He had a hardware store and he had a food store, and it was on opposite sides of the street. The building's still down there. Anyways, Dana B. Martin had a store down there, and he had this radio, and my cousin walked from our farm all the way down what they called Camden Hill and bought this radio for my grandmother. Of course, she gave him the money for it. It was like $20 back then. It was an expensive radio for that time. This is probably in the mid-60s, I would say. He bought the radio for her and brought it and walked all the way back to the farm and hooked it up and set it all up for her. And every Saturday night we would tune the Grand Ole Opry in on 650 WSM. 650 AM was the channel. I don't even know if it still works or not. The channel I'm talking about. Anyways, these people that hauled all my grandmother's shit away stopped at my house. I lived right beside the main road. For some reason they stopped there, and I walked outside, and first thing I seen was that radio. It didn't work. It stopped working years ago. Anyways, I asked them, I said, you know, can I have that radio? I said, that belonged to my grandmother. I'd like to keep it. She said, well, it don't work. Well, I can fix it. I went to college for electronics, and I went to college again for computer programming. So I got more college degrees than this wall back here will hold. I used to have them all on the wall over there, filled the whole wall up. My wife took them down and put them in a box somewhere. They're here somewhere. I can't say that for her. She's 8 months gone. Anyways, the degrees are all here. I said, can I have the radio? And they said, yeah, I'll take anything out of the truck you want. So I took a lamp, a little lamp. I still have it. And I took that radio. And I repaired the radio. I'm going to show it to you right now. Hold on. Hold on. And here the radio is. In its majestic beauty. It's old, man. My cousin David bought it for my grandmother Bessie in the 60s. We used to tune the Grand Ole Opry in every Saturday night. It's AM and FM. And like I say, it didn't work. It quit working. And they were going to throw it away. And I asked if I could have it. And they said, sure. So I fixed it. Went to school for that. It still to this day plays. Potentiometers, but you can hear that.
#1 hit music station.
There it is. Still plays. The treble don't work, but there it is, man. It still works. My wife used to get up in the morning and play that every morning as she got the kids ready, you know, to check on the roads and if it's going to be school or delays that day. She used to play it every morning, and that's been another lifetime ago. But anyways, there the radio is. That's the story behind it. Saved from my grandmother's stuff that they were going to throw in the trash. Okay, so here it is. Like I say, this case is probably as old as the banjo itself. It's really not very much to look at, but it's part of history that many of y'all might like to see. Here it is. There's no name on it, I don't think. No. If there is a name on it, I don't see anything written on the back of the headstock or the front of it. But this is it. It's got an old calfskin head on it. My dad played this banjo for many years. My grandfather gave this banjo to my dad because he showed interest in banjo when he was young. He got out of the army and came home, and he started, you know, trying to learn the banjo. That's where I got on the banjo from that. But all this wear is from him playing. I think he put his hand right there when he played it. Of course, his fingers down here. And like I say, this is an old calfskin head. It's shot. I'm going to restore this banjo. I think I'm going to fix it up and make it play again. It's got, well, 2 keys there missing, and the 5th string peg right here is gone. And I have all that stuff. I can put keys back on it. In fact, I have them laying Right here behind me, some of them. But here it is, man. Probably one of the oldest instruments you'll ever see in your lifetime. Like I say, there was a picture of my grandmother holding this banjo. It had, well, it's still got the tailpiece on it. It had the tailpiece and all the strings were on it. There's a bracket missing right there. God only knows where that's at. Only one missing, so that's good. Anyways, there's a picture, probably from the 1940s, of my grandmother holding this banjo, and it looked like it was playable in the picture. It had all the strings on it, 5 strings, had a bridge. Of course, the head was tight. This head's shot, man. My dad put this head on here. It doesn't even have a rim around the head. It's so old. I assume that's an 11-inch head, if I can find something to measure it with. Wow. Can't find shit, man, when you need it. Here we go. Most of these heads are 11-inch. Yeah, it is. It's 11-inch head. Measured in diameter. Actually, it's about 10 3/4, but they're usually 11-inch. Fits almost all banjos. That looks like it. Let me measure the back of measure the pot here. Yeah, from outside to outside, it looks like in diameter it's 11 3/4 inches, but usually all banjos, usually, not always, but usually, take an 11-inch head. I bet you an 11-inch head will fit this. It's 10 5/8. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 10 5/8 is what it is. But I'd say an 11-inch head probably will fit it. Anyways, I'm going to fix this thing up, man. I'm going to make it play again. It don't have any resonator. It was born without a resonator because I don't see anywhere a resonator would even attach to it. But I'm going to make it play again. Now, I thought you guys might like to see it, and I need to make videos because I haven't been, I've been taking a break from making videos. This case, lordy, it's probably as old as the banjo is. I think I remember this hole in the case right here. I don't know what happened, but my dad got pissed off and kicked it for whatever reason. Probably dealing with a woman. Kicked a hole in it. The case is almost as old as the banjo is. Anyways, thought you guys might like seeing it. There it is. I'm going to restore it, so stay tuned for that. But right now, I'm going to put a battery in my guitar. Hold on for that. Hold on. And, of course, as you can see here, we've got hells of banjo heads. There's several in each one of these boxes. Those are Remo heads, I think all of them are. And they're all 11-inch. Like I say, right there's the number. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't see it. BJ 1100 L1. Low crown is what that means. High crown, medium crown, and low crown. I think this is a brand new head right here. This box is a brand new head. Haven't even opened it yet. But I got plenty of heads, man. L1, that's probably a low crown head. They make low crown, high crown, and medium crown. Another Remo head. And then I have all these heads. Remo, some of them's a 5-star. I got one there's a 5-star. So I got plenty of banjo heads and tuners and keys and crap to fix that old banjo back up. Well, here's the guitar and here's the battery. And here's the nut that I made for the guitar. It's not done yet. anyways, this has got a Fishman Ellipse system in it, which I love very much. Here's the battery box. Just going to slide that battery into the box. It's hooked up. And I got a piece of Velcro stuck to the neck block here somewhere. If I can find it. I don't feel it at all right now. Not at all. Not the least. It was stuck to the neck block. This guitar, if you guys remember it, it's my guitar. I redid the frets. I pulled the frets and put new frets in it. Wow, where the hell is that thing, man? 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I pulled the frets and redid the frets. They're done. And I recently made a new tusk nut for it. It's done, except the nut action has to be set. This is a tusk nut I made out of a blank. And this angle here, I don't know why Martin did that, if you can see that angle. That's like a, some guitars 35 degree angle, some's a 40 degree. I don't know what the hell Martin was thinking. 35 to 45 degree angle on the bottom of the nut. It's not flat, but it does fit. And I don't know what happened to the, I had a piece of Velcro in there that this stuck to. Right there's the side of it that's stuck, and it was on the neck block. Oh, I feel it there now. Alright, hold on. It's stuck against the side of the guitar, not the neck block. And there we go. Let me get you and show you this outfit. Hold on. And here it is. You got a knob right there, a blender, and a volume. That's right in the middle. And an on and off switch here. I know you can't see it worth a shit. I'll give you a perspective here of the guitar. This is the top of it. And it's got a condenser mic. Right there's the condenser mic. And you can blend between that condenser mic and a piezo pickup under the saddle. I'm not going to take the saddle out and show you, but it's under there. So you got a volume control here. You got an on and off switch. Right there. And then you have a volume control. I think this is a blender here. And here's the volume. And it's really super nice, man. That's the best system I have ever found for an acoustic guitar. I'm going to do a review on it. I got one on it, but it's old and crappy. And I'm going to do a new review on this system here. Like I say, it's got this condenser mic right there. And depending on where you point that, you know, you can move it around. Always left it pointed toward the front of the guitar. Seemed to be the best sound. But you know, you can point it down or point it back in the belly of the guitar, the lower bout, or straight up, straight down, wherever you want to point it at, and you get different sounds by doing that. This system makes an acoustic guitar sound like an acoustic guitar. These under the saddle piezo pickups, most of them you get, are shitty. And the guitar just sounds shitty through them. It don't even sound like an acoustic guitar to my ear. None of them I've ever heard sound, except this one. You can blend the mic in with the piezo, or turn either one of the two off and use only the piezo or only the mic. Or like I say, you can blend them both. This system sounds truer than any acoustic guitar setup I've ever played or owned. And I've owned a bunch of them. Anyways, watch for a review on this to come. Hold on. Here we go again. Look at the size of that tank, man. What are they dumping thousands of gallons up here all summer long, man? What is that shit? Google them. Precision pipeline. Google. So there it is. A very old instrument. Probably older than most of you guys are. Or your parents or your grandparents even. Very old banjo. Look for videos to come. I'm gonna, like 3 years this guitar been down. I refretted it. The frets is done. The only thing it needs is to finish this nut. And it's all but done. I just got to set the nut action and I'll be done with that. So look for videos on that. I've been working on guitars every day, man. That has never stopped. I just ain't been videoing it. But videos are picking back up. They're going to pick back up. Cue ball's here. There'll be shots of her. She's trying to get up in that chair right there. Shouldn't be hard for her to do. She hurt her little toe a while back. And she thinks she can't jump very good. She thinks it's still sore, but not sore no more. It's better, but she's still... Anyways, cheers. Thanks for watching. Thank you guys for keeping it here, man. A lot of you have left. A whole bunch on Patreon have left. I'm just grateful to you, the ones that are still here on Patreon and on YouTube. Many of you have left. I don't blame you, man. I ain't been making videos. I mean, my God, if you consider the loss that this family has, the hits it has taken, you know, maybe you can understand. I'm going to do a video about a guitar a guy sent me and tell you all about that. Wow, just unfreaking believable. I've had people send me guitars over the years. Never ask any questions, never ask nothing. They just sent me the guitar, say, here, it's yours, take it, do whatever you want with it. But this one particular guy sent me one. Well, just watch, a video's coming. I'm going to show the guitar. I'm going to tell the whole story about the guy. Here's a String Joy strings. It's going to go on this guitar. I've never used them before. $14.90 the price I paid for them, I guess. String Joy. Never used them before. 13 to 56, 6 strings, acoustic guitar. 13 to 56, String Joy. I'm going to try them on this guitar when I set the nut action. So stay tuned for all that sheet, and I hope you don't leave, man. Video production is going to pick back up here, I promise. I mean, what the hell else are there? Cheers. Thanks for watching. There's one. There's one of the big trucks. I knew we'd see one before I got out of here. Damn trucks running in and out of here all day long, man. Non-stop. Non-freaking stop. You'll see another one, I'm sure. And there you go again. The reason I say that's 1,000 gallon, I used to drive a 5,000 gallon semi for a living. And they were a much bigger truck than these. Those look like about 1,000 gallon to me. Whatever they're hauling up here, they're hauling out a lot of it, man. Because there's hundreds of those trucks every day.